Family, welcome back to your channel where we deal with facts, accountability, and the issues Jamaica deserves clarity on. Finally, guys, Paul Buchanan loses his bid to overturn Andrew Holness's victory in St. Andrew, West Central. It's been 3 months since the general election that Paul Buchanan has been trying to challenge the Prime Minister's victory. The PNP has not publicly said this is ridiculous. But everyone has the right to use the court, even when they're abusing the court process. So this is the end. But here's the bigger question. Why did the PNP try so hard for so long to remove the Prime Minister through the courts? And was this really justice or an abuse of the judicial system? Well, a little bit of both, really. But let's break it down. St. Andrew West Central is one of the longest held JLP seats in modern Jamaica. Andrew Holness has represented the constituency for decades, consistently winning by large margins. This most recent election, he won by over 2,000 votes. Buchanan and the PNP made claims ranging from voter fraud to ballot stuffing to intimidation and death threats. I mean, guys, it just went on and on. The court has now dismissed Buchanan's latest attempt. The message is loud and clear. You cannot use the courts to win a seat you failed to win at the ballot box. That's what the ruling confirmed. No corruption, no manipulation, no irregularity that could overturn the will of the people, and no justification to remove a duly elected member of parliament, much less a sitting prime minister. This case was not about fairness. This was not about justice. This was about political desperation on the part of Buchanan and the PNP. And the judge's decision reflects that. But why did the PNP push so hard again? Reason one, they could not beat him at the polls. Year after year, cycle after cycle, Holness dominated the constituency. Number two, the PNP was in free fall after their defeat on September 3rd. The party was searching for any victory, moral, legal, symbolic, to slow the JLP's momentum. Number three, they thought that weakening Holness in court would weaken him politically. But the opposite happened. Every failed lawsuit only made Holness look stronger. Every dismissal made the PNP look more out of touch. Every attempt to grab power through the courts made the Jamaican people more skeptical of the PNP's intentions. Our courts exist to protect democracy, not to undermine it. And it is so sad that this is what the PNP has resorted to, because taking the Prime Minister to court based on trumped-up claims is an abuse of the court, and it is undermining our democracy. I can't believe that the court even allowed this to come through there so many times. Our courts exist to ensure fairness, not to settle political sore feelings. When a political party loses an election at the ballot box and then tries to win it back through repeated, baseless legal challenges, that is an abuse of the judicial process. Not illegal, but abusive. Not criminal, but manipulative. Not constitutional, but deeply anti-democratic. Remember, Rise United is anti-democratic because remember when them couldn't remove Dr. Peter Phillips by an internal election, what did they do? The whole of them risers MP say them go and write letter, sign it and carry it to the Governor General to remove Dr. Phillips. So it's the same thing that you're seeing here, right? This is not how strong democracies operate. And this is not how a confident party behaves, right? So every time the PNP dragged this matter back to court with Buchanan, guess what happened? Taxpayers' money is wasted. Judicial resources wasted or tied up. And the public's trust in the democratic process chipped away. Imagine all the time, all the energy, all the public resources that could have been spent on community development, school programs, crime fighting strategies, infrastructure upgrades, disaster preparedness, and now that we're facing a disaster. But instead, we're recycling a political tantrum dressed up as a court case. Listen, this final dismissal sends a powerful signal. Jamaican democracy is stronger than any political game. Election losers cannot hide behind legal loopholes, and no court will overturn the will of the people without overwhelming evidence. The PNP has a decision to make. Do they continue fighting elections in the courtroom, or do they rebuild their connection with the Jamaican people? Elections are not won through legal maneuvers. They are won through trust, performance, and leadership. So, Paul Buchanan did not lose this case alone. Let us make that abundantly clear. The PNP lost credibility. They lost moral authority. They lost the respect of voters who expect better from a party that wants to lead our country. Holness didn't need the court to defend him. The facts defended him. The voters defended him. And the truth defended him. This case is now closed, but the question it raises about political maturity, integrity, and democracy are still open wide. Guys, I want to bring another story to your attention here. The woman from over the National Integrity Action, her name is Danielle Archer. She has resigned as a principal director of NIA, one of the country's leading anti-corruption and transparency watchdogs. The announcement was made today, Monday, by the organization. Archer, who has been a very vocal critic of Jamaica's governance framework and been critical of the Prime Minister, especially leading up to the general election, has at times faced strong criticisms from members of political directorate during her tenure. But I don't really look into this NIA appointment of Danielle Archer to be anything but political. And I don't like to just come out and accuse people of being political or anything. But the simple fact that Danielle Archer is a riser made me skeptical from the very beginning, you know. She used to work with Peter Bunting when he was down in central Manchester. And she has been seen around Bunting several times. She used to work for him, as I said. So for her to be there and to be sitting on TV every night talking about Andrew Holness, this and Andrew... Guys, we need more independent bodies when we talk about anti-corruption in Jamaica. Everybody is politically aligned. We cannot have that. I don't know, since September 3rd, a lot of people are discouraged this anti-corruption campaign that they ramped up against Andrew Holness, who has not been found guilty of anything. They must all be very disappointed. So her resignation, maybe not a surprise to many. What are they going to do? Run another anti-corruption campaign in the next 5 years? I highly doubt they want to put all that energy into it, especially now when they say majority of Jamaicans' eyes are being open to see who is the real culprit against the Jamaican people. Anyway, guys, this is Jamaica Politics Uncovered. Keep it locked here. Make sure you're subscribed. Please give this video a thumbs up. Let me know what you think in the chat.